I am fixing to get myself ready because today is Friday, and I tell myself on Friday I need to put myself together because I've been sitting around doing nothing all week, looking like trash. So it kind of helps me feel a little bit better, ready to leave the house if need be. And by the way things are going, I think I need to leave the house. I left yesterday to HEB and I hate it. I absolutely hate it because it's too crowded and too much for me. And I just feel like I'm in people's way. I just hate it. So let's go back to how my journey began as I put my makeup on. So maybe about, let's say 2016, 2017, I can't even remember. I was at work one day in the pharmacy and went to the restroom, and that's all I remember. So when I came to, I had a big gash on my forehead, and I called my coworker from my telephone, told her to come to the restroom because I didn't know what was going on. So she comes in, tells me there's a gash on my head, a bump. We're both freaking out because we don't know what happened. They called EMS. EMS took me in, did some tests, and recommended I go see a neurologist. So I go see a neurologist not that far after. And maybe during the waiting period of seeing the neurologist, I had maybe another blackout, and I didn't know why. It was just a random blackout out of nowhere again. So my husband's logging everything in. We go to the neurologist and they want to do a EEG. And so I go in, they do one for an hour long maybe. They have all these patches on my head. And I just remember that day being so horrible for me because I had the worst migraine ever that day. And as she was even putting the patches on my head, I was sobbing from the pain from the migraine. So she's doing the patches, asking if I'm okay constantly. I think I scared her, but I wanted them to finish the test so I can go home, lay down, and so maybe they can find out what's going on. So they do that. And an hour later, the neurologist comes in because she says there's a lot of jumps in my reading, and I was in pain, and she wanted to make sure I left okay, so she calls the doctor in. The doctor that reads the scans or whatever calls my neurologist in, and I guess it was abnormal to see that many jumps in my EEG. So anyways, he gives me some medicine to take for my pain. Tells me they're gonna go over all my like a test. They go over it, call me back, and they call them episodes that I was having seizures. So they tell me I have seizures. Never had seizures before. Never known anybody who had seizures before. It's not something that runs in my family. It's not something I'm familiar with. So I go in and they start me on seizure medication. So I start taking the seizure medication, and as I started doing that, I feel like everything started happening so fast, and I started seeing so many doctors because the seizures kept getting worse. So I was having them about 5 times a week, sometimes twice in a day, and I just could not comprehend what my body was doing and why it was doing it. So it was something that we all had to learn with together here in the house and my family. It was a while before I think I started telling everybody, and I was only telling people when we were going to their houses because I was nervous that it was going to happen there at their house, and I didn't want to scare anybody. And I know from when I've seen it in movies and what I've seen online, seizures don't look great when they're happening. It's a scary thing. I know if I saw somebody having a seizure, I'd be scared and worried, and when you've never seen nobody have them before, you want to help and you want to do something, and that's just reaction. You want to help somebody. It was just mind-blowing to me because my body never had that happening, and I was scared to be around people because I didn't want nobody to see it happening, and I didn't want to make nobody feel bad. And so it kind of sucked because after a couple of months of going to the neurologist and doing all these testing, it's just they couldn't tell me what was causing it. So it was just nonstop medicine. So on top of the seizures, I have extremely horrible migraines. And they weren't, I've always had migraines every now and then, as everybody else does, but it turned into an everyday migraine. I started getting them all the time. When I say all the time, I mean all the time. In my bed, in the blankets, sobbing. Days at a time. I couldn't go to work. I tried to go to work. I told everybody, don't talk to me. I can't talk to you. I just felt like death walking. So I had to start medication for that. And nothing was helping. I kept having to go to the ER because it was so bad and intolerable, and that was no fun. Okay, so I have seizures. I don't know when that's gonna happen. They pass. I don't remember them. I get sore. I get tired. I get drained when they happen. I'm just tired. So when the migraines happen, they take away from my whole day. I don't want to talk. I don't want to move. Don't want to eat. I'm nauseous. It's just fucking takes away from everything that I'm doing. I'm on medical leave by this point. And for those of you who know me, who have worked with me, I actually like my job, I feel like I was good at my job, and of course there's days nobody wants to be at a job, but I always worked with people who made going to work easier. And every pharmacy that I've worked with, I've always found somebody that I can get close to, and more than one person. And it's like another family away from your family, because you're spending the majority of your week with these people. So I liked it. Each pharmacy that I worked with were very supportive with me and when I was going through stuff, and I just loved my coworkers so much, and I miss working. So 2017, 2018 maybe is when I started my leave, like full-time, where there's a couple of times since then that I have gone back. I transferred stores. I've gone closer to home so that it's not inconvenient for anybody to take me, because ever since all of these seizures started, I cannot drive anymore. And let me tell you, when it comes to not being able to drive, when you're used to driving every day, all the time, to work, from work, to drop off your kids, picking up your kids, getting food, getting groceries, going to the store just to go to the store, going to your friend's house, all that was taken away. And that is where I believe my depression got so bad. Because now I'm not working. At the time when I went on medical leave, I stopped going to school full time. I was going back to do my pre-pharmacy, and I had to stop because I was so scared of going to school and something happening at school, and nobody knows anything about me really at school, because I was the type to go in, do my work, leave. I didn't really socialize there. I was pretty much older than everybody when I went back to school, because I waited a long time to go back to school. So that was taken away from me. So I stopped school, I stopped working full time, and I stopped driving. So now I'm here at home every day until somebody comes home from work or school, and or somebody has a day off and can come visit, or we can go places, stuff like that. It's a struggle being here all day without a way out. So it's hard to see my husband going to work every morning, coming home from work. It's hard to see my daughter going to school, coming home from school, going to work, coming home from work. Everybody's coming and going, and I'm here. And it's hard, because when you're here all day by yourself in a house, all you have is nothing but time to think about every little thing possible. And with the type of mind that I have, I dissect everything to the point of no return, and where I've turned it into something that just takes over my mind. And as days go by, things get worse, my mind gets worse, more things accumulate in my head, and it's just hard. It's hard. It's lonely. It's extremely lonely, because I feel like I spiraled trying to not make people feel sorry for me, or to make people go out of their way for me, or to make anything about me first. I didn't want that. I don't like that. So the less times I could, the least amount of times that I could ask for anything, I would try not to ask for anything, because I don't want to have to ask for anything. I want to be able to do it. And that's when I tried to figure out a way to do it by myself. That's how I believe my depression got worse. And that's how I believe I cannot go back. Because as long as I'm here in this house every day, not every day, I do try to get out of the house. We try to go on little date nights. We try to get out, do stuff, Target shop, whatever we can, when I feel like it, when I feel okay to do it, and we do that, and it helps. And sometimes it helps a lot, and I appreciate those times. But then there's times that I don't want to go anywhere, and I don't want to see nobody, and I don't want to do anything, and it's nobody's fault. I'm not ignoring nobody on purpose. It's I simply cannot get myself out of bed, out of the house, to be around people, because sometimes I feel like I have to put on a happy face for people so they don't worry about me, so they don't see that I'm not okay, and I don't want people worrying about me, especially family, especially my close friends. Like, I don't want nobody to worry about me. So I just stay home. And it's easier that way for me, because I feel like I don't have to explain myself, right? Wrong. I'm making it worse on myself, because that's more time that I'm here and everybody's doing their thing. My daughter hangs out with her friends. My husband goes wherever he needs to go, hang out with his friends every once in a while. And I just can't get myself to go. But then comes the pandemic, and that's a whole other story. So I'm gonna stop with that's how this happened, and finish my makeup, because it's Friday, and hopefully I can get the fuck out of the house. Yeah.
Well, your hair though. Get your hair in it.
Don't tell me like that.
Ready?
No.
1, 2, 3. It's out already.
Why are you still stabbing it?
I don't. The needle is timed. It goes in and it comes up on its own.
No, I think you're poking something in.
You haven't?
Right there, tissue. I think you stab it in.
I don't stab it. You're just a pussy.
Wiggle it.
You're a big old pussy.
You gonna give me a pen?
What?
Like at the doctor's office?
No, we don't have nothing right now. It's a pandemic right now. Why do you think I don't like my name? Because you think I'm your servant. You just want me to go do shit for you. Like you're some queen bee. That's why. What?
Not what I was expecting.
No, that's why.
Answer.
That's what I think.
No, this is stupid as answer.
That's what I think.
Oh, I thought you were just like, oh, I want you to overcome your fears, come with me, kind of a thing. But that's what you thought?
Yeah.
I should have stayed home then.
What?
I thought we were doing this for me.
Yeah, that too, I guess. But
Well, no,
also for me.
not you. That's right.
Not everybody shit. That's what I feel like. Like, I'm not how I feel.
Guys, I don't know if you're playing or not.
You never know.
I'm gonna hit you.
Like not.
I'm gonna hit you hard. Ah, you get on my nerves, man.
Why don't you like going to HEB? Huh?
You're so welcoming in your conversation starters.
Because you forgot.
No, I didn't forget.
Yeah, you did forget.
That was very aggressive and tone. I do not appreciate it.
Just breaking the ice, girl, making it
No,
not
you're
awkward.
yelling at me.
Yell.
Why do you think I don't like it?
I already told you why.
No, you told me a stupid reason.
That's why I think you don't like it.
That's why?
Yeah. I don't know why.
You just said that's why?
Yeah, but really, I don't know why. It's just HEB.
Like the aisles are like this big.
Okay.
There's people coming and going.
Okay.
There's not a certain way to come and go. Right?
Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen?
Exactly how I feel. I feel like there's too many people surrounding me.
But-
and I feel like I'm in their way.
And what? They're in your way.
They're not in my way.
Well, then why you can wait?
I'm in their way.
Well, they go wait. We're shopping just like they are.
I'm just staring now that you have a wing.
What do you make?
A truck. Like on Urban Cowboy, he has his name and then she has his
No, I would not put that
I'm
on.
gonna do that.
You can make it all you want, but it's not going
I'm
on.
gonna put it on. What are you gonna do?
Take it off, yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I will.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I will.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
it's dumb.
It's Urban Cowboy shit, bro.
Yeah. And that will start beating you then.
Respect.
I'll beat you the way he beats her.
What's new, dude?
Uh-huh.
What's new?
What's new? I'm gonna start hitting on you.
Oh no.
Go two-step with other girls in the bar.
I go Red Bulls.
Yeah, I know, and get beat by another guy too.
It's a lose-lose for me.
Yeah.
You get beat twice.
Mhm.
Well, fuck. I don't want to be the girl in that movie.
Hey, dude, shit. Respect my body. Goddamn.
I'm trying to.
Respect it.
I'm gonna do this on the cart while we grocery
Well,
shop.
don't be leaving the cart alone then.
So that people
Look at you, your little vlogger.
stress my eyes.
You little vlogger, you. Do you really wanna hurt me? Do you really